Hello children and viewers. So in the previous class we discussed about the microscope. So now we are entering into telescope. So microscope is used to see small objects, but this telescope is nothing but an optical instrument. So which is used to see far object like moon, stars. So telescope is an optical instrument and which is used to see distant object like stars or moon. So what is the simple definition of the telescope? The telescope is nothing but it is an optical instrument. It is an optical instrument which is used to see distant object so like moon, stars. So but these telescopes are two types. So one is the refracting telescope, another one is the reflecting telescope. So there are the two types. The first one is the refracting telescope. And second one is the reflecting telescope. But basically this telescope can increase the visual angle. So the main aim of the telescope is it can be increase the visual angle. So when it is increase the visual angle, so then due to that, so it will be appears very nearer to us. The visual angle. So what is visual angle? So let us consider. So this is the human eye or eyeball. Now let us consider this is the convex. So this is the eye lens of the human eye, and now this is the retina. Now consider this is an object of certain height. So now it will be at a certain distance. So now when this object has certain height is at a distance, so then what happens? It will be make some angle at our eye. So that angle will be called as visual angle. So because of this visual angle, so the image can be formed on the retina. So now this is the image. So this image can be formed on retina. So now this is the image, and this will be called as, this is also angular theta. Now this is also angular theta. So this is the angle theta. Now this is also called as angle theta. So because of this visual angle, this is the image formed on the retina. So now what is happening? So because of this visual angle, so when the image is formed, so now that size of the image will be or nothing but the angular size. The angular size of image is depend upon this visual angle. So if the visual angle will be increases, for example, consider this is the object of another height. So now it is also make some angle. And now what is happening? So if the visual angle will be increases, now this is the theta 1, consider. So the theta 1 will be greater than the theta. So due to that, so what happened? That angular size of the image is also increases. And when this visual angle is increasing, what is happening? The angular size of the image is also increases. So this can be created by the telescope. So due to that, we feel that so that distant object will be very nearer to us. So this can happen in the telescope. Next, I am going to explain about the refracting telescope. So first of all, I am explaining about the refracting telescope. So in the microscope, in the compound microscope, so there are the two lenses. In the same way, so in the telescope is also two lenses are there. The refracting telescope will be consisting of two convex lenses. So the lens which is towards our eye, sorry, the lens which is towards object, nothing but distant object, distant object. So that lens will be called as objective. That lens will be called as objective. So what is objective? So the convex lens or the converging lens, so which is towards the distant object, so that will be called as objective, and it has the larger aperture and as well as the large focal length. So it will be have the larger focal length as well as so larger aperture. And next the lens which is towards our eye. So this is the lens. So that will be towards our eye. This lens, this is also a convex lens or converging lens. So this will be towards our eye. So that lens will be called as the eyepiece. That lens will be called as the eyepiece. But it has the small focal length as well as the small aperture. But it has a larger focal length or large focal length, larger aperture as well as the larger focal length. But this eyepiece has a smaller or small focal length and the aperture is also small. And they are arranged coaxially one in another. They are arranged coaxially one in another. Now consider, so this is the distance of this telescope. L is nothing but distance of the telescope. But in the microscope, in the compound microscope, the eyepiece will be the larger size, or the eyepiece will be has a larger focal length. But in case of the telescope, so that object has a large focal length or larger focal length or larger aperture. So why the telescope object is larger? Because to collect the more rays, from distant object, to collect the more rays from distant object. So now this is the convex lens which is towards the object. But where is the object? The object is at infinity. Now consider this is the optic center of this objective and this is the optic center of the eyepiece. The optic center of the eyepiece will be O dash and the optic center of the object will be O. So now in case of the what is the telescope? The telescope is used to see the distant object. Distant object means nothing but they are at infinity. When the object is at infinity, so when the rays are coming from the infinity object or distant object, how they are? They are parallel to each other. They are parallel to each other. Now consider, so these are the rays, so that are coming from the infinity object. These are the rays, so that are coming from the infinity object. So now where the object is? The object is at the infinity. Where the object? So the object is at the infinity. So when the object is at the infinity, so the rays are parallel to each other. So due to that, so now where the image is formed? The image is formed, so in the focal plane of the object. Now consider this is the, so now this is the object has a larger focal length. So now consider this is the focus of the object, F0. So when I draw a vertical plane that is passing through the focus of the objective, so that will be called as the focal plane. So what is the focal plane? So the vertical plane passing through focus line perpendicular to the principal axis will be called as the focal plane. So that's why when the object is at the distant objects, when the object is at the distance or at infinity, so this object too can be form the image of that infinity object. So in its focal plane, and nothing but the focal plane of the object which is on other side. So now here the image is formed after refraction. So all the refracted rays are so meet here. So that's why here which is formed here. So here the image is formed. So now consider, so this image will be AB. So AB is the image formed by the object. Now this is the image of the infinity object, which is the object which is at the infinity. Now it is the inverted image, and this image can be formed because of the real intersection of the refracted rays, and it is the inverted. And what is the characteristics of the what are the characteristics of the image formed by the objective? So the image is the inverted image, and it is the real image, and it is the diminution, and compared to the size of the object is very small. So that's why it is highly diminished. It is the highly diminished. But so this is the image formed by this objective is now act as object for the eyepiece. So now this AB is the image formed by the objective that can be act as a object for the eyepiece. But this object will be between the optic center of the eyepiece and so focus of the eyepiece. So now consider, so this is the focus of this eyepiece and this is the optic center. Now this AB is the image formed by whom? Objective. Now it will be between the optic center of the eyepiece and focus. But it is a convex lens. In case of the convex lens, so when this object is between the optic center and focus, so then what happened? The image can be formed behind the lens, and it is the virtual image. So already you learned that. So this is consider. So when there is extended back, what happened? The image is formed. And nothing but, so when the object is between the optic center and the focus of the lens, what happened? Now it can be formed the virtual and erected and magnified image. But it will be found on the same side of the object and nothing but behind the lens. So how this eyepiece can form the image of the AB? I am going to draw the ray diagram. Observe. So now I am taking the one ray that is passing through optic center. So that's why it will be continuous same path. And next one, I am taking the other ray. So that is parallel to the principal axis. So after refraction, what happened? It can be passes to the focus of other side of the lens. But when we observe these two rays, so how they are? So they are look like divergent rays. And nothing but, so the distance between them will be gradually increases when they are move away from the lens. That's why they are divergent rays. They never intersect. So that's why to intersect them, when the rays are extended back, so what is happening? That extended rays will be meeting here or intersecting here. So that's why here the image is formed. So now this is the image formed by whom? This eyepiece. So now it will be the virtual image. It is the virtual image, and it is the erected. Now observe, this is the object and this is the image. So the object will be inverted and the image also inverted. That's why they are look like the nothing but the both are the same. That's why it is called the erected image. And it is the magnified image. And now this eyepiece can be formed the image of AB. Behind this eyepiece, and it is a why it is a virtual. Why it is virtual? Because when the refracted rays are extended back, so they are intersecting. That's why it is virtual image. It is erected and magnified image. And what is happening? Now it will be increasing the visual angle. So due to that, it will be magnified, and it will be appears very near to the eye. Actually, the object is at infinity, but it will be nearer to the eye. Now this is the image distance for the eyepiece, and now this is the object distance. So this is the object distance for the eyepiece. Now what is the object distance for the object to the U will be infinity. And what is the image distance for the object to? So this is nothing but what? Focal length. that is the focal length of the objective. This is the optic center and this is the focus of this objective. So at the focus of the objective, the image is formed within the focal plane of this objective. So that's why the distance between the optic center to focal plane is nothing but f naught is nothing but focal length. So next I am going to find the magnifying power of this telescope. Magnifying power of this telescope. So the magnifying power of the telescope is, so the definition of the magnifying power of the telescope is, so the M, magnifying power is nothing but M. M is defined as, it is the ratio of visual angle. So visual angle formed by final image. So now here, what is the final image? This is the final image. Formed by this telescope. So that's why it will make some angle at our eye. This is our eye. So that angle will be called as a visual angle formed by the final image. Now I am considering that is beta. And next one, so the visual angle, it is the ratio of visual angle formed by the final image to, so visual angle formed by object, visual angle formed by object. Now consider here. Now consider it is nothing but at the optic center of this object will be considered our eye. So now consider it is, now our eye will be kept at the optic center. Now the object is there at infinity. Now it is also make some angle with this eye, so that angle will be called as what? Alpha. Now consider this is alpha. This is alpha. So now the visual angle formed by the object at our eye will be called as what? Alpha, and the visual angle formed by the final image at our eye is called beta. So that's why what is the formula for magnifying power? M equal to beta by alpha. But this beta and alpha are very small. So due to that, to find the beta and alpha, so we have to find first of all tan beta and tan alpha. So by finding the tan beta and tan alpha, so because the angles are small, so due to that the tan beta can be taken as beta and the tan alpha can be taken as the alpha. The tan beta can be taken as beta and the tan alpha can be taken as alpha. So now to find the tan beta, I am taking a triangle. The triangle name is A, B, O dash. So why I am taking this triangle A, B, O dash? Because so actually the beta is nothing but the visual angle formed by this final image. This is the final image. This will be making how much angle at the optic center of the eyepiece or at our eye, that is beta. And this A dash, B dash and the AB are making the same angle. This A dash, B dash and this AB is making the same angle. But here we doesn't know that this height of this final image. But you know this AB, and we can easily find the AB. But we can't find the A dash B dash. So that's why instead of triangle A dash O dash B dash, I am taking the triangle A B O dash. So in the triangle A B O dash, so what is the tan beta? So the tan beta is nothing but, so opposite side. What is opposite side? AB, and adjacent side is nothing but A dash O. A dash O is nothing but what? U suffix E. So this is the object for the eyepiece. That's why the distance from the optic center to this object is known as what? Object distance. So that's why tan beta is nothing but, so in this triangle, so for this angle AB is the opposite side, and so what is adjacent side? The adjacent side is nothing but AO dash. AO dash is nothing but what? U suffix E. So when we apply the sign convention, AB is get the minus and U is also minus, because all the distance are measured from the optic center. Now this is the incident ray direction. So the distance measured opposite to the direction of light can be taken as negative, and that is the object, nothing but the height below the principal axis taken as a negative. Now that's why this is minus and this is also minus. But both are cancelled. Then again you get the positive. So this is about the tan beta. And again to find the tan alpha, so what is alpha? This is alpha. This is the angle made by the object at our eye when we imagine the eye is at the optic center of the object. So if this is alpha, so this is also alpha. If this is alpha, so this is also alpha. So to find the tan alpha, I am taking another triangle that is nothing but OAB. So next triangle, the triangle M is OAB. In this triangle, what is tan alpha? So the tan alpha equal to, so for this alpha and in this triangle, for this alpha, opposite side is AB. Opposite side is the AB by the adjacent side is nothing but OA. So OA is nothing but what? This is the distance from the optic center to focus. That's why that is known as the focal length of the object. Now this is the tan alpha. But what is the magnifying power? So the magnifying power M equal to beta by alpha, because the tan beta can be taken as beta and tan alpha can be taken as alpha. So that's why beta is nothing but what? AB by U suffix E divided by alpha. Alpha nothing but tan alpha. What is tan alpha? AB by F naught. So this AB will be cancelled. Then what is the magnifying power? The magnifying power of the telescope is nothing but, so denominator is there. It will be go to the numerator. So that's why F naught by U suffix E. So this is the magnifying power of the telescope. The magnifying power of the telescope. But so this eyepiece can be act as a simple microscope. This eyepiece can be act as a, so the eyepiece in the telescope is act as a simple microscope. So that's why by adjusting the distance between this objective and eyepiece, so we can change this U. We can change the object distance for the eyepiece. So if we change the object distance for the eyepiece, so we can form the nothing but, so we can form the image at the near point as well as at the far point, and we can form the image at the 25 centimeter and as well as at the infinity. So that's why we get the two types of the two formulas for the magnifying power. So one is when the image is found at the near point and another one is the image is found at the far point. So next I am going to explain the magnifying power when the image is found at the near point, when the image is found at the far point. So what is the magnifying power of telescope? The magnifying power of telescope M equal to F naught by U suffix E, and the object distance for the eyepiece. So now first one, when the image is formed at a near point, when image is formed at a near point, when image is formed at a near point is nothing but a 25 centimeter. A 25 centimeter. When the image is formed at near point, so our eye will be strained, and next one, so we get the more magnifying power, and nothing but we can get the maximum magnifying power, That to get the maximum magnifying power, so the image must be formed at the near point. So now consider this objective of the telescope and this eyepiece. Now this is the object for this eyepiece, that name is AB. So now if this object is adjusted such that the image is found at the near point, Now consider here image formed. So the image is formed at the near point. Here V suffix E, that is nothing but D. Near point are least distance of distinction, and this is the object distance U suffix E. And when we adjust the eyepiece such that the image formed by this eyepiece at the near point. Now this is the optic center of the eyepiece. Now consider the focal length of eyepiece is F suffix E. So by using the lens formula we can find the U suffix E. So what is the lens formula? The lens formula is, so 1 by F equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. So but to use this formula we have to apply the sign convention. So what is the sign convention? All distances are measured from the optic center. So but the incident light direction is in this direction. So now the incident light will become like this. This is the incident light. The incident light is in this direction. But to measure the object distance, we are moving opposite to the incident light. That's why u suffix c is negative. So that object distance u become minus u suffix c. And now this is the image formed at the near point. This is the image distance. So to measure the image distance also we are moving opposite direction of incident ray. That's why v equal to minus v suffix c. That is nothing but minus d here. D is nothing but near point distance. But the focal length of this convex lens become positive. When I substitute these values in this equation, what you get? So 1 by f suffix d equal to 1 by minus d. D means minus d minus 1 by u. U is nothing but minus u suffix c. So this minus into minus plus 1 by f suffix c equal to 1 by minus d minus into minus plus 1 by u suffix c. So from this one 1 by u suffix c equal to, when I bring the minus 1 by d to the left side, it becomes plus, and the 1 by f suffix c plus 1 by d. Now you get the 1 by u, 1 by object distance. Here, what is the magnifying power formula? The magnifying power formula m equal to f naught by u suffix and f naught into 1 by u suffix c. So what is 1 by u suffix c? This one. So m equal to f naught of, what is 1 by u suffix c? So 1 by f d plus 1 by d. So when I bring the s suffix c and nothing but the focal length of eyepiece is taken outside, m equal to f naught by s suffix c. So 1 plus s suffix c by d. So now this is the maximum magnifying power of this telescope when the image is formed at the near point, but our eye will be strained. And next one, when the image is formed at the far point. Second case is when image is formed at a far point, and when the image is formed at far point, it is also called as normal adjustment. Normal adjustment. So when the image is formed at the far point, our eye will be relaxed. But the magnifying power will be minimum. The magnifying power of the telescope will be minimum. But when the image is formed at the far point is nothing but an infinity. So if we bring this objective at the focus of this objective. So this is the focus of this objective. When I bring this objective at the focus, nothing but when u suffix c become s suffix c. Nothing but when u suffix c become s suffix e. And when the object is at the focus of the eyepiece, then the image is formed at the far point or at infinity. So that's why when I substituted f suffix in the place of u suffix c, what you get? So m equal to, so what is the magnifying power? Magnifying power of the telescope f naught by u suffix c. So m equal to f naught by u suffix c. U suffix c is nothing but f suffix c. So this is the magnifying power of the telescope when the image is formed at the far point. But it is a minimum focal, so it is the minimum magnifying power, and this is a maximum magnifying power. And let's come to the length of the telescope. The length of the telescope is nothing but f naught plus u suffix c. So f naught plus u suffix c will be called as the length of the telescope, because this is the distance. This is the object. Actually, this is the object. So this is the image formed by the objective. This is the image formed by whom? Objective. So that's why the image distance for this object is how much? F naught. And this is the object distance for the eyepiece. This is the u suffix c. That's why the length of the telescope is nothing but f naught plus u suffix e. So now this length can be changes. The length can be changes according to what? U suffix c. When the image is formed at the near point, and then the image is formed at the near point, so that object distance is nothing but what? 1 by u suffix c equal to 1 by f suffix c plus 1 by d. And nothing but u suffix c is nothing but when I inverted, when this equation is inverted, you get the u suffix c. But when the image is found at the far point, what is the use of fixie? A suffix. So this is about the refracting telescope.